Welcome Taurus, to your in-depth weekly forecast for week beginning the 29th of December. I hope you had a lovely Christmas and wishing you all the very best for year 2026. As you come into this new week, the moon is in the part of your situation along with Chiron, which is actually quite delicate. On the screen now, I'm showing your event chart. You can see that Chiron and the moon together in the 12th house could bring up some sensitive strands. They're also in a square with Jupiter, the planet of fortune, which is in a chatty part of your scope. There may be a conversation at the start of this week which does leave you feeling a little uncertain. But as we make our way into the new year, Mercury is going to be leaving the sign of Sagittarius, but for you it starts the week in the part of your chart that's very much to do with long-term financial planning, and it's in a hard square with Saturn and Neptune. You're going to need to make sure, if you have got a big plan or idea for 26, that it's really well researched. But Mercury does move later on the 1st into your fellow Earth sign of Capricorn, joining up with your ruler Venus, also the Sun and Mars. And I think it would be highly likely that by the middle of January you will have travelled somewhere. If you're not able to physically travel, you could expand your interest in a very exciting way. It may be signing up for a course. Maybe it's going to be around learning a foreign language. Perhaps you're going to book somewhere for a vacation later in 2026, but it may be somewhere that's a bit different, that has a bit more of a historical dimension to it, somewhere that really helps you to expand your world view. But also, with that collective together, there is a sense that as you make your way into 2026, that if something you have at the moment isn't working for you, you're going to be in the mood to change things up. We all know that old saying of a change is as good as a rest, but for Taurus people, continuity is something that actually gives you an awful lot of peace of mind. But you may challenge that in 2026 and in quite a big way. And the conversation around that could start in earnest from the full moon on Saturday the 3rd. And if you do have some discussions, it's possible that you may encounter someone who sees things very differently to you. In fact, if you're just chatting about what's going on in the world, you may encounter someone who seems to have a kind of might is right approach to their viewpoint. And that could irk with Mars in an opposition with the moon along with the sun. But if you are really enthusiastic about shaking things up, being more spontaneous and shifting things forwards, whether it's around your work, where you live, your interests, your friendships, that's something that's really going to catch fire for you by the end of this week. But just be aware there is that tender stuff at the very start of this week which could bring up an old issue, and if you can work your way through it, talk it through with someone who's tuned into you, that would be a helpful thing to do. Have a great week. If you've yet to order your year 2026 personal astrology forecast, totally unique to you, you can do so now, and at the checkout please apply Astro26. You'll also get your life roadmap report, a very important document to understand the patterns that are played out in our lives so far, and my free gift of your Zodiac General, Love, Chinese and Indian written forecast. Please see the link below for more.